Yo,
Hey, yo, Red,
what's up, man?
do you remember the record?
What record you talking about, man?
Man, I'm talking about Fatal Sting by Black Knights of the North Star.
Who could forget that flow?
The flow, man.
That flow.
Oh, my God. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Cornerstoners? My name is Johnny Warbucks, and I'm here with Kalishnikov Red. And welcome to our 14th installment of Remember the Record. Happy Woo Year. All right.
Ooh.
Today we are talking about the underground classic Fatal Sting, which was first released on July 21st, 1998 on the compilation album RZA Presents Wu-Tang Killer Bees The Swarm. But before we talk about any of that, in honor of the topic at hand and the passing of Doc Doom and Miko DeFaro, I'd like to take a moment to
Of course, of course.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. for Rose.
This is a super dope crew, man, but a lot of drama
Yeah, man.
on the behind the scenes.
Like a lot. Yeah. So
You know,
yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode. But real quick, we had to change up the background. I know I said the last time we were gonna do.
Let's just move forward.
Yeah.
It's the holidays.
So we're gonna have to do it. You're gonna see a mixture of backgrounds. It's fine.
It's background.
It's fine.
Yeah, one day. Don't worry, man. One day we're gonna have something like a band. We're gonna don't matter where we are.
Here's a small
Don't
thing.
matter
You
where we
don't
are.
you don't see nothing.
You don't see
You
nothing,
don't
man.
see nothing.
Hey, well, listen, man. Before we start talking about Fatal Sting, let me quickly ask you, Red. What have you been listening to recently, man?
Oh man, that caught me off guard here because I do listen to a lot. But honestly, yo, I just found this junks out. Man, I'm stupid because I forgot the name. but maybe you remember. They are like they're like considered like the baby Ghetto Boys.
Yo, okay. Yeah. What's the name of that band, man? It was like Trouble, something like.
I can't.
Trouble.
I'll get it and then we'll put it on the thing. But it's interesting because they have like a white midget.
Yeah. The little person
Yeah.
is just like they have a Bushwick Bill.
Yeah, like they have their own.
What did that cat have to do to like get in tight with them? You know, they're like, this motherfucker is crazy.
It comes out of like that record label Rap a Lot, and because you got Fifth Ward Boys, you have apparently them, you have the Ghetto Boys. So like I love Rap a Lot, you know. So I always listen to whatever it's got, you know what I mean. But yeah, if I'll get the name, I'll put it on the thing. But it's just interesting because it sounds like the Ghetto Boys. But then you like know it's that white guy who's a midget, and you're like, damn. But they have like their guns out, like the Ghetto Boys, like you know. So it's cool, man. It's cool.
So I know it's January as the time you hear this, but it's been the holiday season. So I've been listening to the Johnny Warbucks Hip Hop Holiday playlist. It's got like 400 records that are just like bleeding into holidays. And so, I mean, obviously it's a little late for y'all to check it out, but like you got come on now, Hollis.
Yeah, of course.
Christmas
Christmas.
Christmas Hollis. Christmas of Hollis?
Yeah, Christmas.
Kanye West got a Christmas in Harlem. You know, that's what was getting stuck in my head, man. They got Run DMC with Salt and Pepper Snoop and all that, doing Santa Baby, all that Ludacrismas. Come on, yo.
Nah, but check out the playlist for real.
It's always a good time, man. But yeah, no, that's really what I've been kind of kicking it with, man.
He goes hard when it comes to these themes, and
I do get on
what
my
I
themes,
mean.
man.
So it's all good though, man. Like I mean, I appreciate your Halloween theme especially.
Yeah, dude, that's always a good one, man.
Man, shit.
So let's go ahead and break down the stats. We got a lot to talk about here today with Fatal Sting and the Black Knights of North Star. So Black Knights of North Star include Crisis the Sharpshooter, Doc Doom, R.I.P., Rugged Monk, Holocaust, aka War Cloud, Christ Bearer, and then dude.
I love these names.
Yeah, I know, man. These guys have some wild ass names.
Are cool.
Miko DeFaro, also R.I.P. So for some side notes before we go into the rest of the stats, we got Holocaust changed his moniker to War Cloud, and then he left the group in 2001 to concentrate on a solo career and his many different collaborations outside of the Wu Empire, which included a long-running fellowship with the underground collective, the Monster Mob, with producer Scarecrow.
Yeah, see, he heard. I love, but he like loves.
Yo, it's so dope, man.
They all put me onto that.
2006, it was Blue Sky Black Death. Yo, man, that's crazy, man.
I remember, that one, yeah.
Yeah, so Doc Doom sadly passed away from gunshot wounds on February 11th, 2007. April 16, 2014. Remember Christ Bear? You ready for this, y'all? If you don't know this story, man, this is a wild story.
This is a story here, guys. But
so check it out, man. The guy severed his penis and jumped from a Los Angeles apartment building in an attempted suicide.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Oh, man, this was PCP, baby. During the incident, he was under the influence of PCP. He was distraught about a restraining order that would keep him from being able to see his kids. He was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where he was then in critical condition, but the doctors successfully reattached his penis.
Hold on. Didn't he jump?
He jumped.
Yeah, and landed on the spikes.
They say he severed it.
That's where the thing with the spikes. Yeah.
God, man, not bananas, man. PCP, man, don't fuck around.
Drugs don't.
Apparently like on Vice, he was on one of those shows about like PCP addiction. He was interviewed for
really,
it, and he told a story on that, man. It's worth checking out, man. Go on YouTube, check out Vice. But on July 26, 2022, more recently, Nico DeFaro, he passed away from a fatal heart attack.
Yeah, man.
So it's just
rest in peace to all these cats, man.
Yeah, and stay away from that PCP, man.
Don't do drugs, man.
Don't do drugs, man. All right, so the year that this album and song was recorded in 1997, the first album appearance was on Wu-Tang Clan Presents Killer Bees, The Swarm, July 21st, 1998. So a year later. This was recorded.
How old were we in 1997,
97? 97? I think that's when I actually first started writing rhymes, yo.
Was that 15?
Something like that, man. 15, 14, something like that.
Damn, man.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Recorded at Firehouse Studio, Brooklyn, New York. Label release, Priority Records. It was produced.
Priority goes
hard,
man. Yeah.
Oh, your favorite rapper and your favorite rapper's rapper is getting paid through Priority. Priority goes hard. Yeah. The record was produced by Mathematics. Did you know that? Mathematics produced.
I mean, I didn't know, but like now.
Are you surprised when you hear it?
It's not surprising due to their connection to the Wu. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people don't know about Mathematics. They think RZA is the one who produces everything. You know,
he created this logo.
Well, that's the other thing. He created the logo, and he produced Cream. If I'm correct.
Yeah.
And Cream. Come on.
Cream is one of the best.
I mean, come on.
We'll end up doing an episode on Cream for sure, man. So obviously the record is written by Black Knights at the North Star. There's nobody else.
Yeah.
The song is 4 minutes and 9 seconds. As far as certifications, our IAA Gold album here. On the charts, The Swarm hit number 4, U.S. Billboard Hip Hop, and then number 3 on U.S. R&B charts.
It was a good album. I dug it.
I mean, doesn't that say something? I mean, because this is like a compilation of no names at the time. No name artists, man. I mean, from
right.
You know what I mean? Royal Fam, The Beggars, Black Knights.
Remedy?
Remedy was the first time a lot of people heard Remedy.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts, man. Sons of Man.
See, that's why I mean, like when I was in the upcoming stages of my life, like I always was like, yo, man, we got to reach out to Wu, because I grew up seeing Wu like start incorporating a lot of different artists under their name, their logo. Not to mention the international Wu, like the French Wu and the South American Wu, and I think even African Wu. Like, so you have like a plethora of affiliates, family members, the affiliates, trade branches.
It's just like, I mean, it's one of the most massive.
Yeah.
Like spider webs of
associates. There's no other. I mean, you can have maybe like Death Row, maybe Bad Boy,
maybe even No Limit.
But maybe No Limit. But I mean, it doesn't touch.
Harmony had a mad set of crews on Mo Thugs, but
still, it doesn't touch.
Doesn't come close. Doesn't come close because this is like a global.
State from state.
State to state.
Yeah, even France.
Here in Virginia.
Yeah, man.
Here in Virginia, Wu Syndicate. Shout out to Wu Syndicate.
Yeah, Wu Syndicate. Man, you rap that since you made it, and I didn't. Yeah. But I love you though, bro. Nice rapping. Let
me ask you this, man. When this album came out, man, were you like right on top of it, or did you end up listening to this like after going through like Wu-Tang?
No, what's crazy was. We got a crazy cat over there.
Yeah, really. There's one cat trying to kill the other one.
So what's crazy? That's a good question, but because I'm a very Wu person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too.
Right, and so obviously you got the shirt. Yeah. You grew up with that shit.
We're heads.
But the actual first time that I heard this album was through the other cat that we do a podcast with, Amin.
Sir Puff a Lot.
Puff a Lot had that album, and
He had the Swarm.
Yeah, and so I went over to his spot and I was like,
Shout
"What
out
is
to Puff.
this?" And he played it. I was like, "Yo, yo!" Like, and I was just amazing. So like I said, we and I say because at the time, like me and him were making music together. We have like a whole bunch of like albums and music. And
Koga Monks.
Koga Monks. We have like different groups that is just us two together. You know, just different names. So we have a whole rack of like. So we were trying to get in contact with the people like RZA. We were trying to get in contact with people. It was either going to be RZA or it was going to be Cypress for us. So for me, like that was the first time I heard it. So I felt like ashamed because I was like, I love Wu, but I didn't even know this came out. You know what I mean?
Wow,
like until I went to a mean spot, and now I was like, yo, what is this shit?
I seriously can't remember, yo. I can't remember when I first heard the record, dog. Like I remember the record vividly, but like my thing is that it's probably like you probably came through with it. You know,
Probably,
that's my biggest guess.
Probably.
This particular song, Fatal Sting, I mean, the whole album.
Yeah,
I mean,
the album's
incredible.
Gems. They got gems.
A lot of gems, man, and we're gonna end up talking about a lot of them when we get into the games or whatever. But this particular song, I think for us, like we used to like, you know, we would chief a little bit. You know, we would kick it in the whip, or we'd be in the house, and the song would be thrown on.
So, like I said, me and him, we didn't go to. We went to parties. We didn't go to party to party. We went there.
We went to the flow, man. We
like,
would get our social, whatever,
yeah.
and then like
hey, everybody, what's up?
They were going to the basement. Yeah. We're about to go spin.
And then we had like a rack of heads trying to watch us and join and all that shit. That's what we did.
Ciphers, man.
Those ciphers, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like when we had we grew up listening to all these instrumentals from Killer Army, like all those instrumentals too.
Man.
All the Wu instrumentals. We had Cream. We had all these instrumentals that were of any associated with all the Wu affiliates. So for me, I love the Wu affiliates. Sons of Men, the Black Knights, to Killer Army, to Shaheem, to
Gravediggers.
Gravediggers. Just man, come on. Like all of them bring their shit to the table and all of them are on point. So mad love to all of them.
Hell yeah, dog.
But yeah, I mean it didn't, like I said, I didn't know about it. So, you know, like I kind of feel ashamed here. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, dude. It's I just remember because once I did get my hands on the tape, man, I remember going to heads' houses. And
so that's what we used to do.
But like, you got to hear this record.
We know. Well, now on top of that, but like we would be like in the car, and when the song would be like, so it was this one and Funk Doobie is the Wab Baba.
Yeah, when we had just talked about that on the other show. But like, it's true. Like, this was one that we would like be in the back seat if somebody was whipping it, and like we would take Christbearer, the last verse. We would take his flow, the Oddity Prodigy, and we would like
Cosmos Colada.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna get into we're gonna do the highlighted lyrics here in a minute. But bro, yo, we would take that flow and just be like, you know, rhyming on top of it, filling in my esophagus. People are a lot of it, yo.
Man, and so like, okay,
try to rhyme in that pattern, yo.
When you hear. Like, are we in that phase here, or are we like
talk about some of the highlighted?
Are we getting into the phase of like how this made us feel and all that stuff?
Yeah, let's go.
So this is the thing, right? I grew up with listening to a lot of West Coast, and West Coast has a feel,
particularly like Bay Area and G-Funk, right? West
they
Coast
have a feel. Now, when I hear like the Black Knights of the North Star, like even when it's just North Star, even if it's
just Black Knights,
even if it's
just War Cloud,
right? These cats, like they sound like they're West Coast. They're like hard in the core, the core. We're like, what up, cuz? What up, cuz? Yeah, so they sorry for any of your West Coast guys. Well, this is from the East Coast.
This is his love of music.
What up, cuz?
This is love of music, man.
Nah. So you know, listening to them, they do have in their library. They do have a lot of the West Coast sound.
Yeah, there's a couple of like even some of the music videos they did.
Right, Low Riders,
and everything.
But this song specific and like a bunch of other hand-picked songs don't have that feel, but they have the sound, they have the flow of that West Coast. You know, like they have like that like that funk, that swagger when they
beats
flow.
Are like
but
all
the beats,
New York.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we were just listening. I was like, yo, this sounds like you're like like in New York with your hoodie, or Virginia or DC with your hoodie on. It's raining. It's fucking winter. You got your Timbs, your sweats, and just
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
Like that's
no
like
palm trees and sunshine.
right. No, none of that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like that's just the feel. So it's for me, it's really amazing how they can fuse that both of them, but still have that West Coast like swagger to them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man,
Like,
it's an interesting hybrid. If you get legit, like take like Wu and give it some minutes,
some Ice Cube,
You know,
some like some kind of like
some South Central.
yeah,
Cartel.
some South Central Cartel,
You know,
some like
little like salt and peppers,
Yeah.
like that.
like
Hieroglyphic kind of sound.
even badass.
Yeah, for real. I get some badass in there.
Like all
Yeah,
those,
RIP to
like
him,
the even like the Dub Shack kind of like.
Yeah.
They have the feel. They have the look. They have the whole like persona when they walk
But when
around.
you're just playing it on the tape.
Now this is but what's his name? Christbearer though. Even though he has like his West Coast sound, his flow is particular.
It's interesting. Like, I think I know what you're getting ready to say here, because like, there's certain groups where like there's just this person who just stands out, and it's not necessarily because he's the most vicious verbally. Like I would give that personally. Well, we'll get into the verses, but like for real talk though, like it just is very unique.
It's unique. And I've never heard him.
It's slow.
I've never heard his style with anybody else. And it's slow.
But it's also like, slow is like, I don't know. That's not fair, because like cats like Evidence rap slow,
but he also can go.
But he'll do like single word
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah.
Oddity Prodigy.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? Like and still make it sound super dope.
Sally with the groove
no.
with the Yukon.
Oh, you want to do highlight?
Supernova Yoga.
Stop.
Doja.
We want to do.
Alright, no, I'm stopping. Let me go back. We'll go back to that later.
You're gonna finish. Okay.
So that was just the verse. That's because I love his flow so much.
Dude.
But like, so you go like, there's another guy that I can compare his uniqueness to. Actually, there's no, because even I was gonna say maybe even Deltron, but Deltron don't know. He has that. It's just a flow, like this.
But he does, I would say, arguably stand out of Hieroglyphics. Like you hear his voice.
His voice, yeah, but the way he flows is just like a flow.
Yeah, it's a lot like the other guy.
But so I could compare him to, and this goes to, a lot of heads may not know him as well, but like Big Duke from Psycho Realm. So
yeah, I love Psycho Realm.
It's the chopped one syllable, one word, like hold. So it's like the Oddity Prodigy. That's that.
This is a time of pain.
I was home for your own game.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle with the metal because I'm insane.
Yeah.
It's
very few words in the bar.
Yeah, and emphasis on one word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
conveying a lot of energy.
Yeah. So it has it has its. Those are the only two people. It's like they're flowing off beat, but they're on beat.
Yeah, it's real chop, man.
Yeah.
There's a couple of I can't remember the name of the record off top. I think they even got a music video for it where dude is just like rapping like almost like one word,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it is. It's almost so spaced out where you're like, is he even rapping right now?
Yeah.
But it still sounds super legit.
And that was Christbearer.
Yeah, Christbearer was doing that.
Yeah.
Doc Doom does it too.
Yeah, but see, so
not on this particular record.
So in essence, like I like all their flows. But Christbearer to me has that unique sound that makes me want to listen to every song that he comes
and
out
particularly on the Swarm, I feel like these heads like truly like capture a lot of that Wu sound.
Yeah.
So like, and we do the highlighted lyrics. Like when you hear Rugged Monk, he's the first one.
Yeah.
He's the
and
first
so
one.
the names are also
I love very Wu.
Yeah, very Wu. Like
as opposed to being like badass.
Yeah. So
I hear what you're saying, man.
So that's what I'm saying. It for me growing up, like I said, West Coast was a big thing, but man, when I found out these cats were associated with Wu,
it just shows that you could rap however the hell you want to, man.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter where you're from.
Yeah,
it's like you take it. It's not even you borrow.
Well, okay. Let me ask.
We all do that,
because this goes into the little philosophical thing, and I know we're not going to kill it to time, but I'm going to try and make this short. Does it matter where you're from and how you flow? because
people are like, "Oh, you from New York? You got to rap like this."
well, no,
you sound this. You
okay.
got to
So
rap
besides
like
the whole, you gotta do this and you gotta do
you West
that.
Coast, so you got to have that balance. And you gotta have
Not
that,
even
that funk.
you gotta, but the beauty of it is that, like, for example, like Texas has that slow, you know, da, 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 da. Or that could be Scarface, or it could be like yeah, like really laid back,
Like, almost
SPM.
like SPM or Devin the Dude, man.
Yeah, or Devin the Dude, right?
Or it's like almost conversation,
right? And then you have like you know, New York, where it's like, well, I mean, there's so many, but that comes to
that
mind.
hardcore.
But you have that sound, and then you have like California. And I don't find anything wrong with those. I actually but see, that's what I'm saying. I like that California has.
There is
sound.
It's a signature sound, and it's like you said, even with this group, like they sound because they are from the West Coast.
Yeah.
So you hear hard, you know, all that. You hear that, but like, and that's that regional, like, you know, kind of twang.
Well, again, to me, they're the only ones
accent.
who really have made it across between the two sounds correctly. Because I mean,
I hear what you're saying, that East and that West.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it to, and I know you don't know him as well, but like Crooked Eye, Circle of Bosses has that kind of vibe too. That very, like, just not so much about it just being heavy lyrical, which is their thing for sure, but like it's very like New York barsy, but it's West Coast.
What could you say?
You can hear it the way they talk.
Could you say the same as
Carnation?
Could you say the same as what's his name? Razkaz?
See, he's a scientist, dude. Because you hear him talking, and it's almost, and he's very conversational.
Well, he's not West Coast sounding.
Yeah,
he's not at all.
I mean, he has a couple of records that are like that. Ghetto Fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also a Dre.
But even that, he's still not like.
He's more like he raps a little more like Ripples in Water, man. Like,
yeah, no, he does. That's what I'm saying.
It's very liquidy.
He doesn't do like,
you know,
like the and like the
I know what you mean.
And again, I'm because Pharcyde doesn't do that either.
But my metaphysical theology is fatal. It's harder than
because Pharcyde doesn't even do that.
No, they're more jazzy.
That's what I'm saying. So I love hip hop and all. I go back. I say that it's better to have the international connection between everywhere and everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, so if you want to sound like you're New York and you're from the West Coast, and sound like, as long as you sound good,
as long as you sound tight,
that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, can you spit? Can you put together good songs?
Because I mean, that's what hip hop eventually became, though. Like, you had KRS flowing on Dre's beats.
Well, yeah, because they were all coming together, like, you know, like
Rock came on Dre's beats. Yeah. So I mean, eventually got there.
The Firm,
right.
Those type of things.
Right.
But I don't know, man. It's just kind of like you take these pieces of like what it is that has inspired you, and you do your own thing. You know?
Yeah, man.
I mean, even on the West Coast, they had to get it from the East first, right?
Yeah.
So they take that, and then like the old school West Coast, a lot of that stuff sounds like New York, man.
That's true.
A lot of early Texas sounds like New York.
That's true too. You're right about that. You're right. Yeah.
And then they find themselves. I mean, like, look, when I first started rapping, man, I was doing whatever like Dr. Dre and Bone and Pac were doing, right? I was rapping like that.
Loser.
Whatever. But eventually I took my favorite parts of that and created just organically my own shit, because I didn't know I no longer wanted you no longer want to emulate,
of course, right?
So you birth something new from it, and you do the same thing.
I never emulated my life.
No, dude, word is bond. There are mad records where you sound just like no, man.
You don't know what he's talking about.
No, man. What's the name of the group? Delinquent Habits?
No, man.
There's one song we was playing and we thought it was you on the damn record.
Yellow Vest in the proof, some of this. One Mexican in the squad, Yellow Vest. So no, I don't sound like him.
Yo, he sounds just like you. But my point is that like, yeah, it's where you from.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't inspire me. And that's the thing. He may sound like me, but it didn't inspire me.
There's also irony. I mean, how many times have I come to you with a bar and I'm like, yo, man, I just heard this fucking bar on a record.
That's true.
I did a song where I used this bar where I said something about playing with the brains of God and Satan, and it turns out it's a fucking Cormega bar. Right. That's a fairly recent one.
He's a biter.
No, I don't fucking bite shit. We are from the era.
Like, don't say that shit.
We're from the era where we don't get down with that. Like, we might take something that you did and flip it our own way. Crucified next to him.
No, hey, you Get back to this. Get back to that.
Straight
He doesn't know nothing.
Straight
He
Chino
doesn't
bar.
know
Just
nothing.
took a Chino
He doesn't
bar,
know.
just like Robin Williams. That shit.
Like the Vatican full of men with the Germans. Like, no, I didn't take none.
I didn't take none.
I didn't take none.
He's a 50.
He's a small 50. Listen, none.
Yeah. Okay. So like, as far as like highlighted lyrics, I'm gonna go down order of the appearance on the record of Fatal Sting. We're gonna start with Rugged Monk. Hands down for me, he just starts going in the middle of it, where he's just like, West Coast lyricist, killer beat clicking, it's one thick. Spit the written, the scripts, the notebook fully loaded, throw darts and make it hit the target. Part of me as I keep starting more shit. Like I don't know, his flow on this is fucking bananas. Like he's just flipping his tongue.
I mean,
and this sounds like, and when he's spitting, it sounds like almost like Killer Army shit.
I see. Okay, look, I'm just gonna cut it straight to the bone, son. I like all of them, but my favorite is Price Band.
So at the ending of the joint, I can't tell you how many times we have sat down and just replayed this verse with a fucking shit-eating grin on our faces. Just the oddity prodigy.
The
Cosmos commodity. Knowledge God's quality. A whiff while I'm miffing, a sniff of the E&J fifth to the split.
Okay. The proton neutron. Now listen.
Salad with the crouton, dipping in the Yukon.
No, it's Sally with the crouton.
No, it's not Sally.
Dipping in the. All right, listen to me. This is my argument.
Google it.
This is my. I don't care what the fucking Google says. This is my argument. So Sally is a girl. She's driving in the.
And she's holding a crouton.
She's got a crouton on the seat of her fucking thing because
driving
it fell
and she's
off
dipping,
the salad.
She's dipping in the Yukon.
It makes sense. Dipping in the Yukon. Sally with the crouton.
So she's got her fucking salad there that she's on her way to lunch?
No, she had lunch.
She's got it to go?
She had lunch.
No,
she had lunch. And the shit fell off during the day. No, during the day. And Sally with the crouton dipping in the Yukon. Supernova, yoga, doja, ambrosia. See, now, see, Sally with the crouton dipping in the Yukon makes sense to me.
Wu-Tang is very 5%er.
It makes sense to me.
Islam shit. Like,
it makes sense to me.
They're on that shit.
It makes sense. Sally with the crouton.
They don't eat pork.
No, I need some. She ain't
you know what I'm saying?
Eating a salad.
So he's saying salad with the crouton because he's not fucking around and strictly fish on my dish.
Like that's Big Daddy Kane.
You know what I'm saying? No, but that's what he's talking about. That's why he's saying salad with the crouton. He's emphasizing what he's.
Look, you know
you don't eat pork.
Listen, you know how many times I've been on lyricists, this, that, the
other.
Well,
there have been a lot of mistakes.
Shush. And there's been so many mistakes, and people be like, "Oh, this is what he said. This is what he said." To me, in my ear, Sally with the crouton dipping with the Yukon. I have many times, even before you did. I brought that song to you. I brought that song to you.
We were outside listening to him say salad with the crouton. I said
Sally with the crouton.
It's no Sally, man.
She dipping in the Yukon.
Supernova, yoga, doja, ambrosia, crane and cobra. What does he say right there? The yuppa with the self and the knowledge of self like no one else. The global yoga. From the noble, none of my people's local.
Okay, no, I get the knowledge of self.
Yeah, I know.
I give you that.
He's on Sally and Crane and Cobra is that whole meditation.
Sally with the crouton.
Body, temporal knowledge, power.
That's what she does.
No, Sally doesn't got a fucking crouton, bro.
Alright, so no, but regardless of the fact, that verse to me it's just because the way he does his backups.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's really emphasis on like that last part of the
Well, not only that, it's not though. It's the effects he does with reverb.
Yeah,
that just makes it so late layer.
That's got quality.
So therefore, it makes it very powerful. And the way he flows, like he said, one word.
It's just
one word. You know.
Meanwhile, like the first cat, you know, when we're talking about rugged, he's like, what's he's like getting it all.
This is the thing that I got to say about all of those cats. They all got good voices.
Yeah, each one is you're able to like pick up who's who, right?
Yeah. Now this is the thing where I will go on them, and maybe it was the time because I've heard other stuff and it's very good stuff, but there's some sloppiness
in the production and the recordings themselves and the older stuff like The Blackest Night.
That album is one of my favorite albums.
It's hands down, like I mean, the most like
one of my favorite
underappreciated Wu-Tang albums.
One of my favorite albums because
heads don't know
the shit that that they talk about on that album is a lot of the stuff that me and my other crew, which is Koga Monks, was talking about back in the day. I gotta show that album to my boy because he's gonna love that shit. It's all about the gods. It's all about like the epic beats and like the the trumpets and like it was fucking good, man.
It's
like,
such a dope album, man. There's a lot. I mean, and honestly, they got like 3 or 4 of them, man.
And that's what I'm saying. But like the slappiness,
older stuff.
But I could let it. It doesn't even faze me because of the shit they say, the beats they have.
This is why I used to fuck with like early like Razzcazz. You know, a lot of people argue that like it's low quality, low budget.
But then what was Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang was like raw.
I mean, Wu-Tang has some beautiful. Even that griminess is what
makes it hot. Mobb Deep's early shit.
Mobb Deep. Right? I mean,
those first like 3 albums, like Hell on Earth. You can hear like the popping of the actual needle on the record.
Man. Like all that shit.
So good.
I mean, look,
very stripped down.
Don't get me wrong. The shit that's out there right now with all the technology and all that.
There's some dope stuff.
But man, you can't be hating. Like for me, that's
how we recorded our shit.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like exactly. And you know, we would have the one mic, like how they have it, one mic, and then have all of us. Be like, yo, like, listen, like, and as soon as I finish, John come in.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Like,
my paper.
and then Damien would come in and be like, nah. You know, so this is just, that's how it was. Yeah. And then some were like completely mastered, others weren't. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I could let all that pass because of the skill.
Because of the skill, the subject matter,
and where it put me.
And
where it put me.
Yeah, man.
You know, and but that could be said for most of all of. Because Killer Army has some ones that are like that.
That real gritty, from the first album,
even to their last, like they have some grittiness, and I dig it. I love it. I'm a love Wu family for doing that shit and keeping up with that shit. Because everything now is.
They brought it back, man. They brought that like just raw hip hop.
Yeah, man.
And all their affiliates are on the same wave, man. I mean, straight up and down.
All right, let me ask. I don't know. Is this a game? If I ask you about who's your favorite affiliate?
Yeah, let's save it.
Okay, let's save it.
Let's save it for the verses, which we're gonna get to here soon because there's quite a few of them. I don't want to drag it out.
Yeah, no, go.
But like real quick at the beginning of Crisis, he's like sharpshooter. This is almost Inspector Deck level shit. He's like sharpshooter with the greatest accuracy, blasting rapidly at those attacking me or after me. They'll never capture me. It's sad to see suckers testing me. You meet your destiny, can't get next to me. The best of me, you know the recipe. Yo, fucking come on. Yo, that shit is so vicious.
God damn.
That is like Inspector, like you know.
Inspector Deck.
That is come on. What's the joint for Wu-Tang Triumph, right? You know,
the Bomb Atomic.
Yeah, it's the same exact shit.
No, man. I gotta say, man, he's one of the best writers.
Christ is sick with it.
Well, no,
you talking about Deck?
Deck, man.
Deck is one of my favorite rappers ever.
He's one of
he's
the
a
best.
problem.
Yeah, I mean,
when he goes off,
forget about it. Like
people were like always trying to make fun of like Lyrical Miracle because you're taking these rhymes and putting them together like that. But like,
even that sounds tight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And so people like always clown on that because it's like you're just saying words, but like, nah, man. Like, I mean, when you're doing it right, which is my point. Like that right there was fucking on point.
Big Daddy Kane, Lyrical Miracle.
Yeah,
you know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and big props to Big Daddy Kane on that one song where he's like he ends with the same.
It's a dedication. It's a dedication. Yo, shout out to that. Yo, that record go hard, dog. Yo, it's a demonstration. Yo, that's
all the whole nation.
Blame it in the integration.
To all of the nation.
Man. This for the nation.
That shit was on point.
She go hard, dog.
That shit's on. I gotta rehear that.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta listen to that after the show, dude. That's a great record. That's one that, people, Big Daddy Kane demonstrate. Yeah, it's just this one sound, and he just does it only at the ending of the bar.
The whole song.
But it's clever as shit. And there's your Lyrical Miracle. You can talk shit about it all day long. That shit is hot, dude. Doc Doom, he's like, these ancient rhymes lead to a manifest and bring the wrath of bloody vengeance to suckers that second guessed it. Confess it. I got my type flows that make you stagger. Come out of my mother's womb with a blunt and bloody dagger. Yo, come on, dog.
I love how poetic, how visual.
It's so visual.
I get a lot of my inspiration in this type of like writing. Like,
yeah, man, this whole album is full of that shit.
It's
not even just Black Knights, man. It's all of those cats, man.
Like, you know, man, all that shit, man. Like, that's why I love what Wu did, man. I just keep saying it, man, because like they give avenue to all these heads that got mad talent, and then nobody would have really heard them afterwards. You know what I mean? So what's this guy doing over here? I don't even know.
Panicking,
like always. This is freestyling, like, you know.
Panicking like a freestyling mannequin.
You know, so it is what it is. But no, for reals though. like I do have to say the Swarm has some great songs. All of those songs are pretty much on point. And like I usually go back to that album more than like the 36 Chambers. So I mean, my bad to Woo, but that's just how I do.
Oh, word.
That and Killer Army and Shaheem, for reals. Killer Army and Shaheem, man. I'm all right. I'm a DL. I'm trying to get Shaheem to Shaheem and Don Pacino to like flow with me, man.
That'd be dope.
But yeah, it's like money. Go fund me, Kalishnikov bread. Come on, man, for reals.
So I do want to get into the games. I mean, where we got? Yeah, we're just in case these start to drag through because there's quite a bit here. Because we're now going to be talking about like other heads here soon.
Yeah.
But the first one we're going to do is singles only, right? So aside from the underground classic Fatal Sting, what other chart-topping single is your favorite by Black Knights and why? Now, these are the ones that have music videos attached to them. They include the Almighty Black Knights, the Fans Gotta Eat. We'll put the list up here.
A lot of these were just on point.
They're super
Like
bad.
I'd be like, yo, let me get this one on my thing. No, let me get this. Oh, they don't have it. Fuck you. Let me get this one on my thing. Let me get this next one. It just everyone kept getting better and better and better. So this is gonna be really hard for me to like choose, man.
So I mean, I'm highlighting the Fans Gotta Eat, that eerie kind of beat. That shit went fucking hard.
I do like ooh.
That sick violin with the ooh is super good, man. That's like really West Coast but mellow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's bars.
I'm gonna have to go.
I need that though.
I need that. That's such a fucking great song.
That's super woo.
You guys gotta put that shit on app. I can't get that. Come on, man, for real. Put it on Apple.
I need that though.
I need that. I need that for real.
I'm saying that one. And
yeah.
Yeah, and Pay Dues goes hard too. Like so we got the list up here. You guys saw it. Definitely look these up, man.
Yeah, man, it's hard. It's really hard. This has to be the hardest one I've done.
It's really confusing because like they're just super dope.
One is better than the other one. One is better than the other one.
And then one is just different. I would say that Pop a Lot of Fair is like their most commercial, like clubby-ish joint.
But I can still get down.
Yeah, I get down with it.
Yeah.
And same with the Almighty Black Knights. It's like very West Coast. That's like Lowriders.
Yeah, see, this is
got
the thing though.
On the hook.
That is really West Coast, man.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing too. Listening to their album, like their album, like you hear how they will get the melody and then flow on that melody, and like the way they do it, you don't expect them to do it.
Yeah.
And then when it sounds really good the way they do it.
Yeah.
So in that sense, like there's
sort of like that opening record on The Blackest Night, right?
Yeah. So like that one, that hook's on point. Yeah.
West Coast.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I gotta give them in that sense. Like they surprised me with a lot of these songs. Because you're like, oh, this is them, like for real.
Yeah,
it's like, so for me, I'm gonna have to go with Ooh. Just
you're gonna go with Ooh?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with I Need That.
It's between I Need That and Ooh for me.
Yo, and that fans gotta eat. Yo, okay, yeah, let's do it. So Ooh, you're going with Ooh. I'm going with I Need That. At the very least, y'all, peep those records, man.
Yeah, for real.
Because like those are super dope. Yeah. Those are super dope. Moving into the deep cuts. All right, so aside from the songs that garnered the chart positions and or music videos, what is your other favorite record off of The Swarm?
Ooh.
So now we're moving out of Black Knights, right? So I mean, this is gonna be
for a lot of
heads. This is probably a lot of. So it opens with Royal Fam's Legacy.
Hold up, before you speak. This is why I said earlier that and this is literally coming into this conversation. That album has gems, has a really
gem, and a lot
songs,
of them,
man. A lot of great songs. So this is gonna be. I don't even know.
I mean, like In the Jungle, like Sons of Man's Concrete Jungle. I love Shaheem's joint with Hellraiser on Codefendant. With Codefendant,
Bronx War Stories.
You got Bronx War Stories.
Where Was Heaven?
Where Was Heaven goes hard.
So
that's Wu Senegal.
Okay.
That's Virginia.
That's the one that I go for. Not just because they're from Virginia, because every time I hear that song, it just takes me back. It takes me back.
It's like an emotional record.
It takes me back into a specific time in my life as a kid, and I'm just like, yo, I'm there.
So for me, man, besides Fatal Sting, man, I got two that go really deep for me, man. It's The Beggars. on the strength.
Okay, that's the other one. God damn you, man.
Because that record has all of that, like
Jim Morrison time.
Yo, as we break through the other
The
side,
side,
like
man.
that,
Yep.
the whole The Doors references, man, and it's just the fact that
beat
and the beat with the piano,
the beat, man.
Mega Immortal.
And see, this is where it's funny because like when we were younger, like there was a phase when we did a lot of, you know, we were doing a lot of stuff,
a lot of kid stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, and we got really into like the Doors and Pink Floyd.
Yo,
and
a lot of rock and roll, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
There was like that phase, and like we heard this song, we're like, oh snap.
The fact that I mean, it's not even like you know, Jim Morrison times, you know, like he says that, but he's like, love how the right as the day destroys the night. Yeah, he's saying lines from these songs. He's not naming songs. Like
so it's one after the other. We're
like,
like
as we break on through to the other.
Yeah, man.
Like it's just the way he conveyed it was like, yo, that's an homage.
So I mean, it is an homage. Like,
because a lot of heads when they homage, they'll be like, you know, I need to get to the dark side of the moon, like Pink Floyd.
Okay, hold up.
It's just very direct.
Right, but hold up.
This was uncut.
But I will say this, and I bring this up because of the homage word that you use, right?
Yeah.
Snoop, right? With Riders in the Storm. So now that is a beautiful song, and I love Snoop's on it and all that stuff. That's cool, but I still don't find that like this.
This is
like
I was just really shocked to hear it.
The night
love hella right as the day destroys the night. Night divides the day. So
you know that he listens
to it. You know,
and that's like, oh shit, that's, you know, kinship.
Not just sampling instrumentals, not just taking a piece of it. Like I guess like Eminem with Aerosmith "Sing with Me," which is like
that's
Dream
basura.
On. Boo. But my point is that like they'll take like very famous things. Whether it be the beat or some sort of hook or some sort of piece of a song.
But this was
so referencing specific lines.
Yeah, man.
And he's just rapping. So like anybody else who's listening to it is like, this is really
but that's only
artsy shit.
Only if you know the Doors.
You know what I mean?
You know, because if you don't know the Doors and you hear what they are saying, I mean,
it just sounds good,
but it fits their MO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is what they speak on, like mystical.
And it's not until he's like, because they are doing all of like resting in the Buddhist monk thing.
Yeah, like the Woo. That's what I'm saying.
Travel around the world like Space Globe.
That whole image, not image, just
imagery,
aesthetic.
Yeah, aesthetic is a good word.
Aesthetic, yeah.
I know what you mean, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Beggars is up on that, so that's number one for me. And the other one that I would argue with, again, this is the very first time I had ever heard anything like it, was Remedy's Never Again.
Okay, now.
Which, by the way, is very interesting, because right now, this song is about the Holocaust, guys. He's Jewish Wu-Tang affiliate, and he did like Never Again.
Man, that song. Okay, so that song has
very powerful.
That song has a very, very image. Yeah, it's
image forward.
It is
almost cinematic.
It's a great song.
It's a very, very powerful song.
There's this one line that I was like, something. It's like shotgun. It's like man, but God, just listen to that song. It doesn't matter.
The poor, the scholars, all labeled common criminals.
Yeah, just put yourself in those shoes. It doesn't matter. It
does give you perspective.
It doesn't matter what ideology, really, whatever. Just put yourself in the human
in the human footprint.
In that human footprint of that exact moment, and you're just like, God damn, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. That song is one of the most I would say the most, like, I don't know, like, just it puts you there.
You can see it.
It puts you there.
I mean, you could take this and make a music video where you're just showing footage from that era.
That puts you there.
Woo! Man, that was super.
That's a great song.
I would also say that it's interesting that as of today, Spotify and Apple, we both checked that the Swarm has removed this one from the album.
Yeah.
It's not on the album.
It's what's going on right now.
It's that's what we're thinking. It might have to do with what's going on right now.
Yeah. So look, I'll put it like this: we all have our opinions, but this show is based on hip hop, so it's gonna stay in hip hop.
It's always hip hop, man.
Just know that, like, I'm on the human side.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, genocide of any kind is fucking whack.
Yeah, man.
Any kind is fucking whack.
Any kind, especially the ones that we see.
Yeah. So I mean, let's be real.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, comic books always want to stop the bad guy trying to blow the planet up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's nobody wants to see somebody just shamelessly just fucking wipe off anything off of the face of the earth for no fucking reason.
I'm just putting the rest in peace to all that.
Yeah. Let's leave it. We'll leave it at that. But that song is super duper fucking hard. 97 Mentality, Capadonna, and Ghostface. That sample is stupid.
Oh, that's such a good sample.
That's such a good. And the Cap fucking goes.
You know what?
Ghostface.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Ghostface and Chefs and Chef Raekwon and Ghostface, the Cuban Links.
Yeah.
That
has that mentality, that vibe.
The Speed Racer.
The Run.
No.
I know exactly
which one it is. It's the Speed Racer sample.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of the song. But
Blue Massacre did it too. They did a sequel to
it. It gives you that feel that.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I hate you, man.
It's cool, man. It's just what it is. You know how it is. You can't remember shit.
Yo, it's a great record too, man. That's one of my favorite records.
Yeah. Well.
And that sample. Didn't they do a Scarface sample on that too? Like I told you a long time ago.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
No.
Yo,
they
should go hard. Very mob stability.
That album has to be one of my favorite albums.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, for real.
Hell yeah! Everybody know the Purple Tape is this fucking shit.
No, that was the first one.
Only built for Cuban Links.
Yeah.
It was a purple colored tape.
No, but the Purple Tape was later. That was Cuban Links 2.
The tapes when he made
the tapes.
So a lot of people call Cuban Links the Purple Tape. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. We had the Purple Tape. I'm sorry. To confirm, we are talking about Only Built for Cuban Links.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
That's that one.
Shit goes so fucking hard, man.
But yeah, for real.
Great album. No. So what's the record off of this though? Out of all of them.
Oh my god, man. I mean, there's Punishment too.
Yeah, Punishment goes hard. Yeah. That's another Black Knight song.
Yeah, there's. Oof. I mean, there's.
So I knew we had to get into these. I knew we had to get into these games.
All right, no, I'm gonna go with Where Was Heaven.
You're going Where Was Heaven?
Where Was Heaven?
Where Was Heaven is the winner?
Where Was Heaven?
Man,
like I'm gonna say it puts me in that spot, man. It takes me to that personal spot, so I'm always gonna.
I'm gonna say when I first heard this album, Never Again. But I'm gonna say today, like something about On the Strength, dude. I really fucking
On the Strength is such a great song.
The Beggars really did their thing.
On the Strength, man, it's a great song. There's many great songs.
I mean, all of these I loved. I mean, for a long time, Codefendant was my favorite shit because like Shaheem opens it with like he's like I'm more ruthless.
Yeah, man.
Than Crazy Busy, which Fletcher Busy. Like it's the way he does it. Home of the night rock busy. I'm more ruthless than Crazy Lazy Busy, West Mission Busy.
No,
it's the way he does it.
Shaheem, man, is
nice.
One of my favorites, man. And this is where it gets really strange for me. I don't understand. Maybe you guys can explain to me. So the 90s, you had Shaheem, but you also had like the youngsters. And like
the Magnificent Seven or whatever.
Yeah,
remember them?
I don't remember the Magnificent.
That was like a whole posse of young kids.
Really?
There was like 7 of them.
Yeah, I remember the youngsters. I remember Chris Cross, obviously.
Yeah, Chris Cross. Yep.
But Shaheem, and even all those heads that we just named, the youngsters and Chris Cross and the Magnificent Seven. I don't know much about them, but all I know is that Shaheem and Chris Cross. They went hard. I mean, Chris Cross not as hard as Shaheem, but the way they dressed.
Shaheem was a beast.
Shaheem can out rap. Like Shaheem the Kid can of that time frame can out rap any little whatever that's out there today.
Fuck yeah!
Man,
when he's spitting like a grown up. Like the stuff he was talking about was hard as shit. It was hard as shit. You're like, what the fuck did you see?
Yeah, man. He's like,
what did you experience?
No, man.
Because he sound like
man. No.
You know, Dave Chappelle make that joke where he's like in like the projects and there's like a baby on the street.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling weed, motherfucker. Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
No, but for real,
I got so nervous I bought 2.
No, but hey, no, I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day when I used to do some ill shit, like there was a place called Berry Farms. Back then, you did some ill shit over there, and we just drove around, whatever. And I saw this girl No joke. Little fucking 5-year-old, 6-year-old open up her coat. What do you want?
I'm just like, damn. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
going
damn,
on,
man.
Shit, man.
So, like, yeah, the shit Shaheem
Little
talked
ghetto
about.
boy.
Yeah.
It's the real shit.
Nah, for real, like,
it's not, it sounds like a fucking great little movie or TV show. It's real shit.
But for real, when you listen to Shaheem's written shit, you're just like, God damn, man. And like, you're like, how you go from that to like whatever the fuck's out there right now.
No, man. The transition is kind of bananas. Yeah.
It's a big ass transition.
It's a big ass transition.
Even the youngsters had like Lokes on at one point.
Yo,
you know what I mean? Like Soul for Real too, man.
Soul
like,
for Real, dog.
All that shit, man.
Like, that one kid was all but like 12,
yeah,
bro. Pipes like Michael Jackson.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yo, all of them motherfuckers, dog. Okay. So yeah. Back in the day, they wanted to get them in early, get paid. All right, let's get into the verses, man. So in the verses, we're gonna start off with from the Swarm and the Sting. Both of these are the Killer Bee compilation albums. These were the full-on Black Knight's North Star songs. Okay, besides Fatal Sting, there was from the Swarm there was Punishment,
which is a great one.
It's a great record, and then from the Sting you got Bar Mitzvah.
Let's just say
Punishment.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Fucking Punishment. I remember when I first got the Sting, I was so hyped. I'm like, dude, it's gonna have a bunch of bangers, and there's a couple of bangers.
Yeah. Not like those.
But man, there was a lot of them where you were like, what the fuck is this, man? I feel like I was mad disappointed with Bar Mitzvah. The Sting has some jewels, but it is not the Swarm.
No.
So I mean, before we get into the next one, I mean, we have
what do you
the Swarm versus Sting.
Wu Chronicles?
Yeah, I love Wu Chronicles.
Wu Chronicles is good.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
That beat. RZA goes it.
And I heard like the originals. It's interesting now that I'm a producer. Like hear all the that's where he got it from. But like, I mean, I'm telling you, man, like that shit. RZA, man, and the last thing we saw. That like techno rock shit, whatever the fuck that's called, Steels and Stones or Steels and
you talking about Stills and Banks and Stills.
Oh my god,
RZA's collaborations are vicious, man. I mean, you fucking like Run the Jewels or something like that, like fucking Banks and Stills, man. Giant, That's a fucking record.
That's a record.
That's a record. Yo, I fuck with that hard, man. RZA is just a different beast, man.
I mean, I even fuck with Bobby Digital. I got into Bobby Digital a lot. Like,
I like Bobby Digital, and that's where we get to hear for the first time on his own.
Yeah,
Holocaust.
Yeah.
And it's called Holocaust then.
Yeah, no,
he hasn't become War Cloud yet.
But man, so many, man. I'm just so glad that like I was able to grow up with all of these from Killer Army to Black Knights to Sons of Man to Shaheem, everybody, man, because it formed me and it made me who I am, today. So again, mad love to Wu, mad love to RZA. RZA is one of my favorite producers of all time.
Oh yeah, man, top 5 RZA. All time. RZA all day, man. Yeah, for sure.
And the way he raps sometimes, I mean, people but I love him. Bjork, I talk with the awkward slang, I walk with the Wu-Tang Clan. Like, man, I fucks with that shit. But nothing beats me and Mariah. Go back like babies and pacifiers.
Oh, no lie. Yo, straight up, man, when we were talking about Wu-Tang Chronicles, man, I was gonna be like, yo, man, didn't the Alcoholics do something with Old Dirty Bastard?
See, you would have lost.
I was trying. Man, my man got it in there before I did this time, man. So, other Black Knight records from both of these albums, okay? We got Rollin' that featured Bobby Digital. We got Get At Me that had Shaheem and Two on the Road there. Then there's Woodchuck with the whole crew plus Royal Fam and Silver Rings, and then you got GAT GAT.
That's a great song.
That one's the whole crew except for War Cloud.
And it's got Solomon Child, it's not on fucking Apple.
Yo, sons of bitches. But the Sting, man, I mean, these are the jewels. Some of these are jewels, and I would argue that it's either gonna be Woodchuck or GAT, like GAT. Like
I don't know, man. Come get me, man. Get at me.
Get at me's dope. Yeah, that's true, man. Woodchuck, man.
I don't know, man. And then the other one, which was
GAT GAT.
GAT.
Those three are like, I mean, look, nothing wrong with Rolling, whatever, man. But like, But yeah, Get At Me was dope. I like Shaheem on it too.
Hey, man, no
Wood-
say. I
Fucking
don't know.
no say.
I don't know,
Fucking
man.
Woodchuck.
I
man.
know. I gotta go with Get At Me.
Get At Me.
I gotta go with Get At Me.
So yo, man, like again, like we were saying, don't sleep on the Sting just because we say it's got a couple of misses there. There's some misfires.
The good
The
shit.
ones that go.
Good, man.
Yo, yeah, Woodchuck for me though. Now let me say this. This is easy. This is an easy one I think for us. It's the Swarm versus the Sting.
The Swarm.
The Swarm, right?
The Swarm.
I mean, there's just no argument, man. I mean, even though we were just gushing over how great some of these
No.
records are,
There are great
but the
records.
Swarm
but
has
Swarm is-
fantastic.
It's
records.
like every song.
Yeah.
Maybe
Even
one
even the
song.
affiliates,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't know who half of these cats. And I would say that they try to lean in heavier with Woo people on the Sting, with you get more ODB, more RZA, but like it just didn't land for me, man. A lot of them didn't.
I know. I mean, not saying that they were bad. Just you're right. It didn't land, and like how it. The Swarm was amazing. Yeah, I was really like looking forward to this thing too. Like,
Man, I went and
Yeah,
bought it
yeah,
day up. I was like,
yeah.
dude, let's get it, and we got it. We came home with it. And we were like,
it was for what it.
particularly how it just starts, man. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. You got ODB doing Do Re Woo, which is on my Christmas mix, but yeah, I don't know.
No, man. I was just listening to Old Dirty the other day, man, and it's like just the way he's like. It's not even what he says, but how he says. He's like,
It's
but
personality.
he's like, "Huh," you know, and it's like
Oh, my brother.
yeah, like he's got that.
It's off
I
the
love
science.
that
I can't even mimic that. Like,
love
can
that
you imagine being in the studio and
Love
ODB
it.
sitting there spitting that shit? Oh, you
Yeah,
bubble,
yeah,
yeah, like
that's
the same
what I'm saying.
But then when
Like,
it gets to like, it's off the science. Like, what the fuck was that?
All right, now
Somebody had to sit there and just be like,
now this is look.
it's
I'm
like
not-
rock and roll.
look, I'm just gonna say it. ODB's son is an ODB.
No, yo, listen, man. I mean, we've listened to a couple of recent records on it. I love the fact that the torch has been passed, the money's still flowing through the family.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
keeping
yeah.
the business alive. And now, when you go to the concerts, even though RIP ODB, you still get to experience
yeah.
it. And he is on point when he's
Yeah,
doing live
yeah,
performances.
yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah,
But yeah, and it's a lot of his actual personal verses. There's like pulls into the whole.
Yeah.
I don't know, that Eminem thing where you're just like name calling people. It shouldn't be in this.
but
pocket.
again, and
No.
this is just
No hate
and,
at all.
and this is the thing.
No
It's
hate
like
at all.
I just feel bad for him because he's like Old Dirty's son.
That shadow is big.
Right, and like that's like such a like
It's a lot of fucking shadow.
but that man was so like just who he was, and then like yeah, I mean he's like I don't know, man. It's like you compare like him with ODB, and then you compare Chris to Big Pun.
Rivers is dope,
I
but
mean,
he's not Big Pun.
No, but he's literally
He's dope.
but he's almost like he's almost
He just, I mean, his struggle is that we grew up with Big Pun.
yeah. But I mean,
If
I
we
would
grew
say.
up with Chris
I would,
Rivers.
but see, I would say Chris Rivers is a lot closer to Big Pun's sound.
Oh, I
than
hear what you're saying. In
ODB's.
ODBs,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I will say that Lil ODB has the persona, like the kind of like outrageous, kind of outbursty shit. But it's the substance.
But I think not. But that's not saying that he's bad. I'm just saying like it's really hard for him to come out of his father's shell.
Yeah.
But when Chris Rivers does it, it's so close to his father's sound that people are more like, oh, well, that's his son. That
That's
makes
the son
sense.
of Pun. That's
Yeah,
the Big
like,
Pun son.
you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like no hate to nobody. It's just
I
I just feel bad for him. Like,
It's a big shadow, man. It's tough.
it's a gigantic shot.
So the next one here for the verses is rank the artist from Fatal Sting. So we got Rugged Monk versus Crisis versus Doctor Doom versus Christ Bearer. I think that we've made it very clear that Christ Bearer is on top for us personally. What about the others though?
Well, I'm just gonna say I love their names.
No, I know, man.
And
Yeah.
Christ Bearer is one of the names that like I that's one of the reasons why I like
But
him.
I mean, Oddity probably. I don't know why, man. We
but
just have
obviously the Oddity Prodigy.
yeah.
You know, I mean, I do like Crisis a lot.
Crisis is
I
nasty.
do like Rugged Monk a lot.
I like Rugged Monk a lot too.
And I
He
do
was on the
like
opening. Doctor
Doctor,
RP.
but Rugged Monk, man. I mean, he's got a little bit sharpshooter. Greatest accuracy blast. All right, listen.
Crisis is my number. I'm gonna put him in number two.
I have to read the
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
read
good.
them. It's like in the battlefields, my Caliber's sword. But God
That
damn,
shit goes hard, man.
like just
Rugged.
that first line.
Yeah.
But sharpshooter
He's
with
the
the
one that's
greatest
like
accuracy.
West Coast nemesis, like.
Right, but I'm saying sharpshooter with the greatest accuracy, blast and rap.
Yo, that's like Inspector that shit.
That's such a.
I'm putting Price as number 2, man. That's just me. That's just me.
I'm going. Yeah. I'm going
Number
with
2,
you.
and then Rugged Monk, where it
Right.
could go either way, and Doc Doom's at the bottom of it.
Right.
That's tough, man, because Doc Doom's versus Type 2.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it, man. Doom did his thing on
All
this.
of them did their thing. That's why the song is such an epic song. That's why the fuck we doing this song.
Sound blow, so we can
Shit.
face it. Yeah, this is the joint where he's talking about coming out of his mom.
Yeah, with a bloody
fucking
dagger. Yeah, with a
hard,
bloody
dog.
dagger.
Still
Man.
not enough. Yeah. Sorry, Doom. R.I.P.
No, it is enough.
It's enough for the record. The record is all of them are bangers.
No, that's
But people have this argument: who's the nicest, right?
It is
We
what
just
it is.
really, I mean, a
It
lot of
is
people,
what it
and a
is.
lot of people are probably going to be like, "Yo, this Christ Bearer shit's corny, man," but we fucking love it.
Yeah.
But like, Christ Bearer,
Be like, ooh, man,
Christ is rugged.
Bob Baba Luba.
Come on, dude, that shit go hard, dog.
They'll be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Hey, I that's the beauty of opinions, man.
Yeah,
we all allow
that's
to
the
have
beauty of hip hop, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because I'll go from like bow down, straight up like hard shit, horde, and then I'll go to like
fucking Mr. Wendell.
Mr. Wendell. Like, that shit's off. Even though Ice-T was like, man, get that slave music.
Yeah,
out
what
of here.
the?
I love Ice-T.
Look, what the fuck ever, man. That shit goes cool like that. How about that? We
Cool like that. That's
fair,
man. Boom, 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 boom.
man. Diggable Planets, yo.
Man, I gotta go see those.
We'll see. We're
motherfuckers,
gonna
man.
see him. We're
Man,
gonna see.
every day I check this, like,
Yeah.
nah, we missed our spot. Everything's California to fucking Hong Kong,
Oh
man.
no.
They're not coming.
They'll come
east.
back.
They better.
All right, now as far as like the affiliates, last year
Okay.
for Wu Year, we hit the heavy hitters. We did Gravediggers, we did Sons of Man, we did Killer Army, right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
they would overpower these cats for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody that is a Wu head
Yeah.
is probably gonna be like that.
It's like a
It's
tier.
hard.
It's a
the
weird
tiers.
tier.
I'm not saying that these are like D-lister rappers
No,
by any
no,
stretch, because
no.
they're all nice.
No, I would say like there's like it's like you have Wu-Tang, which is the main guys.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have like Killer Army, which I think it's also by time. I think like Killer Army and then
came out
like,
at the right moment. Sons of Man came out at the right time. Too.
Yeah, like and
But
then
less so. And Gravediggers, man.
but then they come out at the same time.
That was that era, man. No,
Because
I
I
think
would-
Gravediggers
because
came
I-
out first, right? Because like that's when RZA
You're
had that
right,
sound. He
Gravediggers
had that
was the
sound.
first. Yeah.
Listen to
Gravediggers,
how
you're right.
RZA's rapping
You're
on
right.
it.
Gravediggers had
That's
to be
very
first.
36 Chambers,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a little different.
So I mean, you have those groups, but then you have the other groups, which is like the lesser known guys, but they're still mad tight, man.
Particularly on
Mad
the
tight.
Swarm shit,
Yeah.
like when you listen to that and the Sting, when you hear them spitting on that shit.
And like I said, I'm so glad they come out with this. I'm so glad that I heard all these guys. I'm so glad that I know these guys today, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hope that
Really.
by the time the show's over, if you don't remember, run that shit back, man. Play that shit.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Royal Fam versus Wu Syndicate versus the Beggars versus Ruthless Bastards.
Sons of bitches.
Now,
man.
on the albums, the Sting and the Swarm, it is hands down for me personally. Now, you're going to probably say Wu Syndicate because of that Heaven song, right? I'm going to say the Beggars because of that Strength song, right? But as a group of any of these cats, and it's not because there's some bias out of VA here, but for me, it's Wu Syndicate.
Okay.
If I'm talking the album, I'm going to Beggars. If I'm talking as a group that I listen to and I want to
That
listen
makes
to
sense.
again,
That makes sense. That's cool. I mean, because the Beggars is on point too.
I mean, that record is
Like,
so
yeah,
good, man.
man. So
I haven't heard a whole album from the Beggars though. They got it, man.
Yeah, I haven't heard a whole album from Wu Syndicate.
I
either.
have.
You have?
Yo, it is fucking fantastic.
See that's I'm just basing it off.
Yeah,
of
if
this
you like
song.
that Black Knight shit, the Blackest
Yeah,
Nights,
yeah,
you
yeah.
would really fuck with Wu Syndicate.
Okay, so I'm just basing it off of this song. I don't know much of the album, but if he's saying that, I'm gonna take his word because he knows what I like. So I'm gonna check it out. And
I think I think at the end of the day, if you heard that album,
Uh-huh.
you would without a doubt,
Wu Syndicate.
you would be like, there's not even a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
I would definitely love to hear the Beggars do a full album.
Mhm.
And honestly, Royal Fam and Ruthless Bastards are dope, but it's
Mhm.
like it's
Mhm.
almost like, God, this is how do you say it without being fucked up? You know what I mean? Like
When you
like run of the mill.
when
They're safe.
didn't your mom tell you
If you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing else.
I abstain from anything.
I got nothing.
I take the 50. Yeah, here's a small 50.
Take some of this podcast money and be on your way.
You didn't see none.
You didn't see shit.
You didn't see none.
No, Wu Finnegan, I think he's it, dog. I really do. Like, this has been a fun fucking episode because, like,
Those rat bastards made it out before I did.
so much fucking so much fucking seasoning on this meat, man. Like,
There's a lot of meat.
fucking meat, bro. There's a lot of cats.
There's a lot of fucking
There's gotta
meat,
be
man.
like 30 people
There's a lot of
on
meat.
this one record, like
Forget
straight
about
up
it.
and
Forget
down.
about it.
Like, I don't even know. There's definitely a baker's dozen of rappers
Go
here.
ahead. Go ahead. You didn't
You know
see
what I
none. You didn't see none.
Like all these food references.
No, but for reals, there's a lot of information here, a lot of content. And what I tell you guys is just check them all out. You may like some, you may not, you may not like some, but you're gonna like some. The numbers don't lie. There's so many different variations from Killer Army to everybody, even the single guys.
And look, man, if you're Wu head, Wu shows up.
Yeah,
You get
at the end of the day,
you get ODB, you get Ghostface, you get RZA. You know, I feel like some of the bigger guys, like maybe Method Man,
I don't think I've heard much Method Man
from these
even,
compilations.
Yeah, even like Killer Army by themselves.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard Method Man get down.
You do see those other. You do see like a New God pop up.
Yeah.
You do see an Inspector Deck pop up. So it's like, I mean, look, if you're in it for Wu, at the very least, you know, go and check those records out.
Yeah, and then, you know, I don't want to drop no names or nothing, but Don Pacino is doing his own thing. Yeah, I think he just dropped an album.
That's Killer Army shit.
And also Shaheem, from what I see, I think
he's still doing shit.
I think he's making some kind of movie, so you might want to check him out on his Instagram. Yeah, man, like for real, it's like I would love to get those heads on my shit, just because Don Pacino specifically kind of put that militancy in my rap. Kind of created Kalashnikov rap, not the ideology, but like the tanks in the streets, the terrorists in the sheets, and like that kind of shit. Like that's
yeah. I mean, Killer Army is like a premonition of wars. Who's a biter?
Me, because I'm all like with the tanks in the streets.
There's.
So who's your favorite then?
From what?
All of them.
From all the affiliates?
Yeah.
Killer Army.
Yeah, Killer Army.
Yo, shout out to Killer Army, man. I mean, the albums. I mean, and as far as like, if you come into these acts as a Wu-Tang fan, I would argue on more militant, but Killer Army is the closest, the most adjacent to Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Like if you like Wu-Tang,
that's true. They're very.
You will like Killer Army.
Yeah.
These other affiliates are still there.
Yeah,
Sons of Man still has that. Gravediggers is on that darker shit. You would think I would probably be my favorite.
Well, Gravediggers is amazing too
because they're super dope.
Yeah,
but like the Zoo, like fucking ODB's crew, Ice Water, Raekwon.
Man, who's the one who's like on Wu Chronicles? This is where I mean, you guys may know this, you guys may not know this, but like, there's a guy who they say is ODB's brother.
Yeah, it's one of the monks from the Zoo. What's the name of that guy? Oh fuck,
is it Buddha Monk?
Buddha Monk.
So he's ODB's brother.
And you can tell when you hear him rap.
Yeah, but I didn't really. I mean, I read it somewhere, but I didn't know.
You can when you hear it, man. Like I mean, he's.
Yeah.
Gruffer.
Yeah. No, I love.
He's not a silly.
I love Buddha Monk, man.
Buddha Monk,
goes
in. He goes hard in the paint.
No, Wu Chronicles.
Yeah, I like Wu Chronicles a lot.
The Swarm.
Yeah, there's just all of this other butter that's out there, man. Besides just Wu, it's got to be one of the largest catalogs out there in hip hop, man. Like those guys. The international shit, you may not understand all of it, and some of it, it's just really thick accents.
Yeah.
But that shit goes fucking hard.
Some of those beats, RZA.
Yeah, RZA fucking stretches out. I mean, dog. I mean, look, if you just want to fucking chill the fuck out and like get yourself grounded, RZA did a fucking meditation album.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
talking about some Tazo T or some
the Black
shit.
Samurai. He did like all those
movies. Ghost Dog.
Yeah, all those kung fu
Woo,
shit.
The Kill Bill shit.
The Iron Fist.
Yeah, man with the Iron Fist.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on,
Why
man. I gotta, because supposed to. Like, fuck you, man. You fucking bastard.
Fucking listen to the album.
It's like up your mother. like you fucking bastard.
And then all of their persona spinoffs like Bobby Digital.
Yeah, I fucks with Bobby Digital, man.
It just goes and goes and goes.
Man, I fuck with
Meth and Redman together.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, that shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, man. Mad props to all those heads, man. Mad props to Method for me on the movies with Brad and the show. He's like, it's just weird seeing him as a lawyer. But, man, even that little split second on 187.
Scarier than motherfucker.
Man, shoot, man. But listen, we're going to close this up, man.
Yeah, man. Where can they peep us out, huh?
I mean, we got it, online, all that stuff. Kalishnikov Red and
Johnny Warbucks. Fan Camp, Johnny Warbucks. It's a party over here.
All that. Get the fucking out of here. No, everywhere, man. Just find us and we do this for you. Hope you guys enjoy. This is what, 14 now?
Number 14, man.
That's some crazy shit. So we are like a year and 2 episodes.
Yeah, we're going deep. Hey, yo, and on top of it, man, we got another Wu Saga season 2 coming up, man. You guys, we asked you to. Hey, we told if YouTube gets over 50 people signed up to the show, we're gonna do season 2. We get to 100, we're doing season 3. You know what I'm saying?
I'm flicking him off. I'm not flicking you off. I'm flicking him off. No.
It's a lot of work.
We
have to review that whole show again. It's 10 episodes. Each one's like an hour long. It's a lot of work.
But we love what we do, and we do what
and it's a good show.
Yeah, it is a great show, man.
Honestly, we're going to burn right through it. Yeah, I agree with you. I think each season gets better.
So it's going to be good.
That's going to be a great episode. We're going to go episode by episode. You know, if you want to hear sort of our breakdown of just the general idea, we did the move 8.0 episode, and then season 1 was 8.1, so 8.2 is coming out.
Yeah, and we might have another show or something. We might be working on.
We got to branch out a little bit, maybe at least give it a new, a different, something that separates Remember the Record and the Rapper's Corner from it.
A little bit more,
but it's all the same. All of this vibe.
More of the
content you like.
It's gonna be elemental. You know what I mean? So just like that. And what do we got coming up, man?
Well, so what? Yeah, so February's coming up,
Yeah.
Man, it's Valentine's, love.
But there's love. But love equates also to hate and pain.
Sometimes you get that heartbreak.
Man, and there's a great song that man.
We'll have to write it down. We'll have to write it down for another day, man.
It's psychosis. Right? It makes you crazy, makes you have psychosis.
That is love is like that.
Yeah, man. And how many of us have written letters? Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. 2024, man. Bless up, man. We got a lot more content coming up for the year. Looking forward to sharing everything with you.
And for reals, man, for you guys watching out there, hope this year goes really well for you. And you get all the stuff that you need and want. For your families, your loved ones, and for this world.
Peace on earth. Goodwill towards men.
Yeah,
fucking be nice out there, man, and just listen to a lot of dope ass shit like us, okay?
Yeah, smoke a lot of weed, listen to a lot of good music, and just fucking have a good time, man.
Peace out, y'all. We'll see you at the next one, man.
Oh shit.
Man, fucking no.